Hello, Miami. This is Mayor Francis Suarez. Today, I want to make an important announcement. After 2 months of intense work with medical and scientific experts from Florida International University and the University of Miami, we have determined that the city of Miami is ready to move into phase 1 of the Stand Up Miami plan.
We had 2 biostatisticians at FIU independently look at the data, and they both concluded that over the last 2 weeks that the cases have significantly declined, and so have the proportion of cases that are positive. Now, these are both 2 criteria that are essential to going to the first phase of reopening.
We were looking at data from different hospitals, including the number of patients admitted with COVID-19, the number of such patients that were admitted to an intensive care unit, and of those, how many were put on ventilators, and how many patients per day were discharged. A few weeks ago, we reached the crest of that curve, and what happened was we increased very, very rapidly, but then we made a turning point. And after that turning point, we didn't decrease very, very rapidly, even though we would have liked to have seen that. What we saw was a very slow and gradual decrease over a few weeks.
Your health remains our #1 priority. That is why we're going back to work in a smart and safe way. Our transition to phase 1 of Stand Up Miami was based on at least 2 consecutive weeks of data, showing a declining trend in our number of positive cases of COVID-19. We also saw a downward trajectory of coronavirus-like cases reported, and our hospitals are treating all patients without crisis care. On Thursday, May 14th, marinas in our city will open, following social distancing protocols and new sanitizing orders. But the big news will likely come next week. We are working with cities across the county to announce an official date for the reopening plan, but we cannot open before the state of Florida or the county allows us. But be sure that Miami is ready to stand up. Under phase 1, some parks will open under social distancing protocols, with residents staying at least 6 feet apart from each other. Many of our non-essential businesses that have been so severely affected by this crisis will be able to open their doors again, and establishments will be able to operate at 25% of their total occupancy load. But bars, gyms, casinos, movie theaters, and performance venues will remain closed for now. This phase 1 transition is driven by the data, showing a decline of positive cases since we reached our peak, resulting from your hard work and your efforts to stop the spread of COVID-19. But we still need your help. This virus is real and can easily resurge if we do not remain vigilant and disciplined in our social activities.
As we begin to reopen, everybody is going to want to go out and have things exactly like they were before, but we can't do that. We have to take things step by step, and people have to follow all the guidelines. If they don't, we risk going back to where we were a month and a half ago, where there were many more cases than there are now. If that happens, then we risk overwhelming our healthcare system and not being able to take care of the people that we need to take care of.
We've listened to the experts, and we hope you are listening to them too. It is fundamental that we are all responsible in doing our part to drive down infections and stand up Miami.
If people don't protect themselves, such as wearing masks, washing their hands, practicing physical distancing, then we could very quickly see another ramp up, another quick increase in the number of cases.
Respecting social distancing remains mandatory, and so does wearing masks. Our police officers will enforce this new normal, but we're also counting on you. We will defeat this virus together, taking care of one another. Let me be clear, this is not the beginning of the end, but it is the end of the beginning. There are 2 paths, the responsible path that will take us to phase 2, and the irresponsible path which will bring us back to where we started. We still need to drive down positive cases of COVID-19 so we can meet the requirements of the next phase. This requires continued social distancing, limited social activities, the use of masks, and the regular washing of hands. If we all do our part during the next 2 weeks, the number of cases will keep descending. We will be able to move into phase 2. We will keep consulting with scientists and public health professionals to best assess our data and make well-informed decisions. Miami is resilient because of you, and together we will come out of this stronger than ever. Keep safe, God bless, and see you soon.